The hunting season never ends with the newest video releases available now from Hunter's Specialties. The newest installment of the immensely popular series, PrimeTime Bucks Volume 4, chronicles the HS Pro staff through one of their most challenging whitetail seasons yet. A season that proved the whitetail is as formidable as ever, and the HS Pro staff was up to the task. PrimeTime Bucks 4 available now.
Thank you, John.
World duck calling champion and champion of champions Buck Gardner teams up with master goose caller John Vaca as they take you to the fields, marshes, and potholes of dreams. What are the two most popular words in waterfowl hunting? Take 'em. Available now. Perhaps no other North American big game animal is more coveted than the Rocky Mountain elk. Hunter's Specialties and Carlton Calls presents Racks of the Rockies. Join elk calling legend Wayne Carlton as he introduces you to some of the most amazing elk footage captured on videotape. If you've ever dreamed of big bull elk, Racks of the Rockies is the next best thing to being there. Predator hunters have asked for it, and Hunter's Specialties has answered. Introducing Operation Predator from Johnny Stewart Wildlife Calls and Carlton Calls. Watch Ed Wimberly and Gerald Stewart as they demonstrate their mastery of predator calls and tactics. Operation Predator, the video predator hunters have been asking for. Look for these 4 new releases from Hunter's Specialties wherever great hunting videos are sold.
Hopefully, we'll have a good one come through here. It's absolutely prime time.
There's no time like prime time. Welcome to PrimeTime Bucks 4 with the Hunter's Specialties Pro staff. Kyle Hicks, Greg Miller, Matt Moret, Stan Potts, Steve Puppy, Pat Reed, Alex Rutledge, Eddie Salter, and with Mike Dickus, Babe and Jasmine Winkleman, and Bill Jordan. It's that magical time of year when the heart of a hunter starts beating faster, when his eyes begin to focus a little harder, when his senses become razor sharp. This is the time of anticipation. This is the time to feel the electricity in the air. This is the time hunters live for. This is Prime Time. PrimeTime Bucks 4 is brought to you by Matthews Solo Cam. Catch us if you can. Bushnell, the leader in sports optics technology. Gary Light Decoys. Our only real competition is Mother Nature. Maglite, the work of art that works. Beretta, a tradition of excellence since 1526. Gerber Legendary Blades, a worldwide leader in cutting-edge technology. Whitewater Clothing. Hunting isn't something we do. Hunting is who we are. Winchester Ammunition, what America shoots. Rocky Shoes and Boots. Don't just hunt, pursue. Realtree, the uniform of authentic hunters everywhere. And by Hunter's Specialties, for sportsmen, by sportsmen. PrimeTime Bucks 4 begins in Wisconsin, where HS Pro staffer and chief videographer Pat Reeve is preparing to hunt along the Mississippi River. Pat is one of those hunters who doesn't prepare the night before he hunts. He prepares weeks before he hunts. This includes checking all his tree stands and making sure they're 100% ready to go.
Tonight is my first night in Wisconsin. It's Halloween. It's pretty warm out tonight. It's about 65, 70 degrees. But it is a rut. So hopefully we find a buck that wants to play. Looks good. Wind is perfect for this stand. I got a little doe here and I like to take it. Just kind of broadcast it all over and that scent molecule just float out over this area. Helps cover up any human contamination that might have happened while we got in the stand. Perfect cover. She can't figure that decoy out.
Decoys can arouse the interest of does as well as bucks. The next morning, Pat raises the stakes by laying a scent trail past the base of his stand, hoping he'll draw in a shooter.
See if that won't bring in Mr. Buck this morning. Oh, buck over there. It's right behind that tree. Oh, that's a shooter, that's a shooter. He's coming this way. He's gonna walk up. There you go. He's coming right in. Just behind them trees. Nice, stopped. Yards. Matt. There he goes. He stopped, he stopped. He's right over there. He's standing right there. He just laid down. I think we got him. I think we got him. Let me get my binoculars here. He ain't moving. I think we got him. I gotta sit down here for a second. He came walking right in this morning. He seen some does down here below us, and I think he was down there sniffing around where they had walked. He kind of come up around, and I heard something. I looked, and there he come walking. And my cameraman Jimmy, he got the camera over on him, and he come walking all the way along. And I thought at one point he was just gonna cut up the hill, but he turned and he come back a little bit closer. At one point he smelt where I drugged that trail drag in this morning, and he got a little bit closer. He put him at about 25 yards, and he gave me a good quarter of the way shot. It looked real good. I know I had lungs, so. And he just ran over there 50 yards and laid down, so I think we got him. All right, I am pumped. Give him a little bit of time, lay down. He's not moving. He's not moving. I think I got my first video deer. Whew. I'm about ready to fall out of this tree. A good thing I got my safety belt on. My heart's just still racing. Still so nervous I can't even hardly get the thing undone. He's done. He is done. Woohoo! Look at that. My first video deer. Unbelievable. We come in here second morning of the hunt and set up in a little bowl area where offered some good cover, good bedding area. This deer come in checking for those does, and we were right in the right spot at the right time here in Wisconsin, second day. Ooh, my first video deer. Don't get any better than that.
Montana is quickly becoming famous for outstanding whitetail hunting. The banks of the Yellowstone River in early October have lured HS friend and experienced bow hunter Mike Dickus. Mike will be hunting with Paul Bruner, who conducts a bow hunting school in Glendive, Montana, where students gain priceless experience under real hunting conditions and in a real hunting camp setting. Paul gives Mike some of the benefits of his intimate knowledge of the area and gives him a good idea where to start scouting. But learning what to do and where to begin is a responsibility that still falls on Mike's shoulders.
Here we are in eastern Montana getting ready to chase the whitetail deer. We've got 4.5 miles of Yellowstone River bottom here behind us. We've got bedding areas down in the bottom, feeding areas on top. We got whitetail deer coming in and out. It's not going to be an easy task. It's early season. They're not real patternable right now, but it's going to be a great time to do it. The geese are coming in, the turkeys are gobbling, the pheasants are flying everywhere. So it's going to be a great time, and we're going to go give it our best. Do a little scouting back in these bottoms and get some stands hung right away. We're going to go get them. Wow, look at the rubs for early October. Done a little scouting coming through this thicket here behind me. There's a barley field over there. Nice rub here, nice rub there. 2 more rubs right here behind me. Looks like it could be a really good setup early season like this, where you're catching them coming from the bedding to the feeding area. Nice tree right there. It would be a nice place to put a stand and watch and see if we can catch a nice buck coming out of here. I think we'll do that. I can hear some deer coming across this slough. I can hear them in the water. Sounds like there's a couple deer coming across. Oh man, really nice we've just set up this stand here. We're working these. We got 4.5 miles on this ranch here, and the deer are feeding out on the flat tops in the stubble fields and the alfalfa fields, and they're coming back out of the coulees, down the coulees into the bedding area behind us. So we're just playing a guessing game here the first part of the season. It's early season. All these deer are doing is going from feed to bed. Got to catch them early morning, late evening. So we set this stand up and see the trails, hoping we can catch them coming out of the coulees of a morning or going back of an evening. And it's going to be tough because we got 4.5 miles of river bottom here, and no set pattern at all on these deer. They're just feeding everywhere, but hopefully we're on a good run, and we got a good pattern set up here, we think.
Looks like there's a nice buck coming out to our right in the brush.
Wow, did you see that buck go down? 40 yards or less, unbelievable. It's the last day of the hunt on a 9-day hunt here in Montana, and the big ones are here, and we got several of them we've seen. We just couldn't get them in close, but just tickled to take a nice little trophy buck out of here the last day. What fun. Wow, he's down. Let's go take a look at him. Boy, he didn't go far. We gotta get my vest and stuff together here. And that arrow should be somewhere right in here. Oh, here it is. Wow. Drove plumb into the ground. Look at the blood. Jiminy Christmas. Look at the blood on there. It was a size hole it must have put in him. He didn't go any distance at all. It just blowed right through him. There he is. He didn't go far. I think that's the quickest I've ever seen a buck go down. Wow. 9 days in these river bottoms we've been chasing whitetail, and all the big ones have eluded us or got around us. This is the last morning of the hunt. Last morning, last day. Just tickled to fill a buck tag and take a nice buck home and leave some meat here for the guys in camp. It's probably the cleanest, humane kill I've ever made. He went 20, 25 yards. It was pretty. Great morning, and the ducks and the geese and the pheasants. It's just Montana something else. Great hunt.
The rolling hills of Kansas have given Steve Puppy some successful hunts over the years. In this region of the heartland, whitetail hunters are as concerned about the quality of the environment as they are in the quality of their deer herd. Steve is hunting at Spring Creek Lodge with the help of fellow HS Pro staffer Dale Larson. Dale is able to give Steve a quick background into the area before Steve begins to scout and hang his stands.
Yeah, Steve here at the Spring Creek Lodge. The landowner has dedicated 10,000 acres to quality deer management, and they're going to devote the land, the habitat, and everything it takes to make it into quality deer management. Why don't we take advantage of this sun before it goes down and take these aerial photographs and topographic maps and see if we can spot us a whitetail.
Okay, sounds good, yeah.
We're going to meet our goals in quality deer management in several ways. We're going to meet them by manipulation of the population, also manipulation of the habitat. The habitat manipulation, we will be supplementing them with food plots and probably some mineral supplement along with that. Okay, Steve, right here's the lodge we just came out of. And when you look directly west of that lodge, you'll see the ridge that's on the left-hand side of you there. This ridge runs to the north, and as it continues up, there's a unique scenario that happens here. There's two creeks, confluence of two creeks. One's Bluff Creek and one's Spring Creek. That's an area there that I think you may want to pay a little attention to.
Okay.
Well, I think you need to go look at that place. I think that might be interesting.
Okay.
"100 yards to the creek there. It's a couple days before I'm gonna hunt, but the reason I picked this stand location is up here I've got a ridge with a lot of thick cedars, and there's some rubs and some scrapes down in here, and I've got a fence line running parallel to this ridge, which is gonna bring deer probably right down in front of my tree stand here. And back behind me, that creek, what's so important about that creek is there's only two places the deer can cross. There's a real steep bank right off this grass here, and the deer cannot get down it, so they're gonna cross right over there or back over behind me here and come up and over, and they'll come up to this woods and bring this fence line around to my stand. But I did put one more stand over there, and that's probably the one I'm gonna hunt the first day, but I'm not gonna forget about this one because I think it could be real good too. There's my other tree stand right there. That's probably the one I'm gonna hunt the first day because it really, really pinches deer down here. Anything coming out of here or up through here, that fence line runs right underneath my tree. I can't wait.
There's a buck right there. It's right close. It's a nice A-pointer with a kicker on his G2. Not sure if I hit him or not. I caught a little bit of a branch. Nice 8-pointer. Whew.
I shot, and I knew my arrow deflected. The buck run off, and I didn't know if I hit him or not. Went down and looked for the arrow. And the arrow wasn't even where the deer was. It was off, you know, by a good 5 feet. And it hit a piece of brush, and it took a nosedive. And it stuck right in the base of a tree. And as you can tell, kind of messed it up. It bent it pretty good, but one good thing, it's only the very first day of the hunt, so we got a lot of time yet. Maybe we'll find a better one. I just saw a buck. I'm going out to hunt this afternoon, and I saw a buck laying right next to the road, and he's on the property next to where I can hunt. I'm going to try to drive up and show you. He's laying in this bush with a doe. Wait till you see this deer. We're going to try to just drive up real easy and show you him laying there. Right up in there. You see him? What a dandy buck. It's too bad we can't hunt there.
There's a buck right over there. See how big he is. It's a good one. It's a shooter. Looks kind of like a non-typical. Be really careful so I don't overleave it. Oh, there's a doe with him. I can't get a shot. I can't get a shot. Bat. Can't get a shot at him. That was really, really close. First morning, I have a stand just about 200 yards over here. I had a really nice 8-pointer come in. I took a shot and I hit some brush. This morning I got a big buck. I don't know what it was for sure, but he was big. He come in chasing the doe. Circled out here. I drew on him. Once you know it, when I get drawn, then he stopped and he stood right in this brush here. And I couldn't get a shot at him. He worked up that hill with the doe. Hey, I had my chance. It's the last day. Guess we gotta chalk this one up as an experience hunt, and we had a good time. Had an opportunity, and that just makes for a successful hunt all by itself.
It's late season in Montana. Bill Jordan has bow hunted here many times, but this time he's got a rifle. While Bill is hiking to his stand, he notices a buck is already in the field waiting for him.
Probably been watching for about a half hour. He's just standing right there. It's just real hard to get to him. We think about trying to do a stalk, get onto him. There's a lot of deer out there in the field, so we're going to do one or two things. We're either going to try to do a stalk or try to find out where he goes off the field. And if we find out where he goes off the field to bed, we'll try to slip in there this afternoon and get pretty close to him so when he comes back out, that is a dandy buck. Where we are right now, we've probably made our way about 800 to 1,000 yards down this river. The alfalfa field's up above us, and this corner down here where that big buck is. What we're going to try to do is just work our way down, and we're almost to where I want to pop up. I think we can get real close to him. There he is right there. Right there. That's a big deer. Look at this big Montana whitetail. What a big deer. Look at all the sticker and kicker points on this deer. This is a great, great whitetail. Let's take a look at him. Big body. Let me just get over that first. Big body, probably close to 300 pounds, but I want you to look at this rack. This is absolutely incredible right here. Big, big deer. Got a lot of mass. I'm gonna count him up for us real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Looks like we have around 20 scoreable points on him. But what a great, great, great deer. You know, let me tell you real quick what happened this morning, which you saw. We binoculed this deer from some far off hills. Saw him go out right here behind us in the corner. We went and got our stuff to come back, and before we got back, they were back out in this field. We couldn't get to our tree stands. So what we had to do was get probably 1,000 yards off. We dropped off underneath a river ledge, made our way all the way up underneath, and ironically enough, made it all the way to our tree stands, but we had to sit up underneath it. But I'm telling you, probably a 200-yard shot. Made a good shot the first shot, and just proud of this deer. That is a great Montana whitetail.
Alex Rutledge is at John Wetstein's Rawhide Camps in Kansas, a very familiar area where Alex has had many successful hunts in the past. But Alex's success is a direct result of thorough scouting, and this trip is no different.
This hot weather sure is taking its toll on us. This is the third day of my hunt, and the deer just ain't moving too good. When deer ain't moving good like this, what I like to resort to is a big area. I like to go where I can see a long ways and see deer. If I can see deer, then I can try to call them to my location. Let's go in here and scout this area out over here. I've had good luck here in previous hunts. Main thing I want to spray is my boots. A lot of times I'll use a good cover scent, but in this occasion, we're just going to cover our feet when we walk in. I'm not going to be touching limbs or anything. We'll go down here and scout and see what kind of sign we find. If we find some good sign, I'm going to be back in here because I got some old hay bales that we put in here over a month ago that we'll set up in. Make sure there's not any deer standing over there close to our ground blinds where we put them round bales. There should be some scrape over here underneath these overhanging limbs. Let's go check it out. Now here's what we're looking for. Here's where they've been scraping from last year, and look right here. Look here. Man, they're really pawing this thing up. Right underneath this big licking branch. Boy, he's a tall deer. He's right on his back legs to leave his preorbital scent there. That's what I'm looking for. These old hay bales are gonna make a great spot. So I can see this whole hillside over, which is a good bedding area over here. where they'll scrape. I guarantee we walk over there, we can see a bunch of scrapes and rubs over there. I do not want to walk over there just because of taking a chance of being spotted by deer that may be bedded over or whatever. What we'll do, we'll come back in here early in the morning, bring our decoy in, and set up and do some rattling and grunting. Maybe it'll happen here. Spray a little on the ground around the decoy instead of spraying it right on the decoy. Let it break light, a little more lighter, because what'll happen if you call too early, too quick like this, deer come in and it's still too low light to shoot, and you can't get on your target. So just lay back here and wait for it to turn a little more light. These hay bales are gonna work out perfect. We're hit good in here. It's starting to get light enough now. It's time to start the show. Sounds like two different bucks chasing a doe. There's a deer over there. There's a deer over there. It's a buck, too. I can tell how good he is. He's smiting some trees over there. He's a shooter. That deer's a shooter right there. He sees my decoy. It's a good deer. Here he comes. He comes. He sees my decoy. My decoy fell over. It didn't bother me. He's coming. It worked, man. The sad thing is my decoy fell over. There was just no good places for me to hang a stand right here in this funnel area here. But I knew from previous years hunting here that most of the deer was coming in over there. But I couldn't hang a stand over. So I told John, I said, let's move some of them hay bales over here. And he's got a truck where you can pick them up, just haul them right here. So we come here over a month ago and built this ground blind. And the good Lord has blessed us, man. He come in over there and hooked them trees. Then he works his way off the hill and he works his fringe line all the way to us. And my decoy, I mean, we went to extra lengths, being dedicated, clean our decoy and everything. And as the deer's coming, and I don't know why it happened, but as the deer's coming, the decoy fell over. He saw the decoy. Then next thing I know, it falls over. He don't see it no more, and he's coming. So I grunt, start rattling. He works his way all the way in here to 18, 20 steps, and I take the shot. And our game plan did work. Now let's go get him. It's been at least 30 minutes ago, and I know it was a good shot. So he went right over the hill, and we heard some noise. It may have sounded like he's taking his last breath down there, but I'm excited. I can't wait to see him. Come on. Yeah, I got good blood. The old ring went completely halfway up the arrow, so that tells me I had that much penetration. Look at all the blood right here. Blood here. There's good blood all the way down through here. We heard him pile up down there, we thought. Let's head on over there and get him. There's blood right here. He went right here. He's really gushing now. He's going downhill. Lots of blood. Lots of blood. Look at all this blood. He can't get out of this hill right here. There he is, man, right there. Whoa! Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that monster. That is a monster of a body of a deer. We don't grow them this big in Missouri. Look at that. Good 8-pointer. Good 8-pointer. He looks like he's a 3.5, maybe 4.5-year-old deer. Man, this rawhide camp has some monstrous deer in here. I tell you what, they have a lot of them. Hey, our plan come together. Rattling and grunting is awesome. I hope all of my other pro staff brothers are having as good a luck as what I am. Get my tag on him, I gotta get to camp and get a hold of John. I'm tickled, man. Whew.
Anyone who has spent any time outdoors should be familiar with Babe Winkleman. Babe is the host of Outdoor Secrets, which airs on television and cable systems across the nation. Babe is hunting at Shane McCaffey's Castle Creek Outfitters in Lemmy Valley, Idaho. Shane is owner and operator of this ranch, and Babe is there with his daughter Jasmine to harvest her first whitetail buck. Shane takes Jasmine and Babe to a hilltop overlooking a hayfield that he hopes will produce a quality buck for the next morning. It's one thing to know that bucks are in the general area, but patterning their movements requires close observations.
Once you go ahead and hit for the other side of the valley, and we'll set the vehicle up here so we can stay here and be warm at the same time, and we'll just sit here in class until you come back. Ooh, I can see the horns go. Well, they slipped into the willows. I seen one of those. Those are two real big bucks.
Ooh, I see what you're talking about.
Nice buck standing right here in this first field here. The real big one that was out there first. That's the biggest buck of them all.
It's amazing how far you can see, and all the wildlife that appears by taking the time to sit tight and look around.
That's the buck we were looking to find. That's the big 8 and the big 10 right there.
Confident we picked the right brushy thicket along the same fence line the bucks were using, we call it a night.
This morning we set up in a bedding area where we had seen some whitetail bucks come out of their bedding area and go to their feeding area the night before.
I'm excited Jasmine's having the chance to experience something I've cherished for so many years. Watching the Wild West awaken on a cool fall morning. Gradually, everything around comes to life. You never know what you might see, but it's always breathtaking.
You see him, Jess? Boy, that's a big bull. The other ones are right in behind the fence. Boy, that's a big bull. That's one of those guys we seen last night.
Right at daylight, we had about 25 head of elk come out of the creek bottom and head towards us. One big 6-point bull bugling, running a couple of raghorn bulls off, following his cows, keeping the cows separated from the raghorns.
Just don't want to get so infatuated with them suckers that we...
As a result, the activity kept the whitetail bucks from coming our directions.
It's like having our own private movie theater. Yeah, 'cause it ain't moving at all. Good, they're going down into that brush. That's gonna move those. I hope. I don't know what I would say we should do. We should have done different. Maybe we did. We did it perfect. Come sneaking in here, found. I mean, you still see all them elk over there.
So cool looking.
But I really believe when those elk came up the fence line, because I think that's the way those deer were coming. I think that moved those deer.
I think it scared them a little bit or something.
They thought the elk were coming up here to bed. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Deer don't like to hang around where elk are. The elk are noisy. And whitetail are so spooky.
And later that afternoon, decided to set up on a corral where the bucks had been coming by with a stand for Jasmine.
Kill a big one. Not quite as big as mine, but a big one. Okay.
Bigger.
I took up a position not far away on a high ridge overlooking a completely different basin.
I was sitting in a corral type thing. And I was there for about 10-15 minutes waiting for him to push the deers through on a drive. And all of a sudden the big buck came, started heading right towards me. I knew it was a decent buck. Yeah, I was very nervous. I was really excited too. I was not really shaking, just kind of pumped. Wow, it's so cool. I knew it was a decent buck. I didn't think it was a 12-pointer. Oh, wow. Bigger than I thought. Oh, Dad's gonna be proud of me. Dad.
What do you want?
I got him. I got him. I got the deer. Gotta come see this. 12.
Okay, I'll be there as quick as I can.
Jasmine, you got him.
Look at this.
Boy, he's really a nice buck. What is he, a 12-pointer?
Yep.
Oh, boy, he is
Oh, wow.
really nice. Your dad's going to be really happy with that. Is he coming?
Yeah, I just got a hold of him. Said he'll be right here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
What do you think of that, babe? Nice buck for a first
Oh,
buck.
man.
Look at this.
Oh,
Nice
good job.
12-pointer.
Good job.
I'm proud.
Oh, you should be.
You did a good job, babe.
Yes.
Well, here, made a good shot.
No, no.
Oh. I'm just pumped.
I bet. How's it feel?
I'm proud.
Remember last year when you said, hey, I don't know, Dad, I love animals so much,
Yep.
I don't know if I want to harvest
And now
them
it's
or
just
not."
like, ooh! I'm just pumped.
Close here. This is the slickest invention as far as I'm concerned in the long deer. It's designed to keep you and your clothes and everything else clean. And then there's another little pair of gloves that goes over the bottom here.
All right.
Jasmine knew I'd insist she take part in the experience from beginning to end,
Not that long.
including the field dressing.
Okay, what do I do?
After all, the hunting tradition means a whole lot more than just pulling a trigger.
HS Pro staffer Kyle Hicks has the opportunity to hunt an area that is new to him, Wisconsin. Taking all the necessary precautions to be totally scent-free, Kyle doesn't even put on his clothes until he gets out of the truck and is ready to hunt. While the bucks start small, Kyle hopes they will continue to get bigger as the hunt goes on.
They getting bigger as they go. About 5 more come by, we'll have ourselves a shooter.
Although Kyle's stand location has allowed him to see deer, the warm temperatures and dry conditions advise Kyle to move his stand closer to a watering hole.
A better spot I don't think we could have found. I mean, we got water, and then we got these big grass fields that these deer seem to love. And then over there we got, standing corn. And right now, those does are really hanging around those food sources pretty heavy. With the rut going on, those bucks are hanging around those food sources as well, but not because they're hungry. They're there trying to find them a date. It's been real dry up here this year, so these little water holes are really productive areas. Those bucks are chasing does back and forth, back and forth. They may not eat, but they have to drink water. This is a great spot because we have the food source, the bedding area, and a real good water hole right here. I feel real confident that we're going to see some deer come down off the big ridge sometime throughout the day today and hit that water hole. If they do, maybe we can get their attention and call them up here to us, if we get lucky. It's really just a great spot. There's a buck. There's a buck. Right there. Here he comes. He's going down towards the water hole. I got his attention. He stopped. Here he comes, buddy. He would be a nice deer if he had both sides. That is a bruiser buck. He's been fighting.
Meh. Oh man, I'm pumped. I don't know if he was busted off or just never grew. I think he was busted off because it looked like his main beam was broke off on the end too. But he's still an old, mature deer, and just as hard to kill as one with both sides of his horn. So I'm just as excited. Man, I'm pumped up. Oh, he's going up the hill over there. I see him up by that big birch tree. Let's go down here and see if we can't find the arrow or find the deer in a minute. That sun gun there. The thunderhead did the job. Man, we ought to have great blood trail. Yep. I'm gonna shed some of these clothes and go look for this deer. It's been about an hour and a half and he's hit hard. So I'm gonna shed some clothes and go look for him. That deer been going up and down this hill. We left him earlier. Thought we'd give him plenty of time because the blood got kind of thin. I'm kind of just following trail around. There's some blood. Man, that's the first blood we found in a while. And it's real dark red. It's a little dry. It's a little old, but that might be why that deer quit bleeding when he's having a hard time finding blood. That old hole will plug up sometimes with that coagulated blood and just makes him tough to find sometimes. He can't be too far though. He's done too much bleeding up earlier. There he is. There he is right there. Oh yeah. God, he's big. Big old body. Man. Oh yeah. What a deer. Look at that. Look how long his G2 and G3 is. I bet you this deer had to be one heck of a deer at one time. And my first one, and his cape's so pretty, I think I'm gonna bring him to the taxidermist and let him fix him up for me, just so I have him for the memories. Because he is one fine animal and it has been one special hunt. I've never had a hunt like this before and I wouldn't imagine I'll have one this exciting again. Let me get a tag on him, get him to the truck, and go show everybody at camp. Man.
Matt Moret has built his reputation in the world of turkey hunting. But Matt has also been pursuing whitetails for as long as he's been chasing turkeys and has become proficient in both spring and fall. Matt is hunting eastern Iowa where daytime temperatures have climbed into the 70s, pushing the bucks into a nocturnal pattern. Matt is hoping to lure a buck into daylight with a little creative lure placement.
I'm gonna start this drag. Right here. Buck's straight. This is just in case the buck might come in and circle behind us. He might catch his scent line. Right down on the stand. You know, the bucks aren't chasing real heavy yet. They're cruising big time, so I like this Buck Lure Supreme 1. There's enough curiosity scent or lure in there that sometimes it'll make the difference and bring them in with their nose on the ground. Plus, if he comes to check the scrape, might just bring him right down the same trail we walked. Plus, it could help cover any odors you might leave behind on the ground. This retracted drag works awesome. I just clip it here on my vest. The string's long enough to Keep it away from the fire. Getting close to my stand. I'm about 15 yards from the stand. And the wind is blowing back that way, so I like to hang these right about shoulder high off the ground. Seems to be working real well. Just retract it. Never get it to the center. I'm just going to use a straight hang. I wasn't gonna take him. It's our last day here in Iowa, and that deer responded so good to the grunt call. I waited till he got quartering away, and I had to duck down. I got him just a bit high, but I'm pretty sure I got both lungs. You know, it doesn't have to be a monster buck to get you excited. Look at me shake, and I get fired up. He's a good, solid deer. I mean, where I live in Pennsylvania, that kind of deer goes on the wall. Looked like he had a little kicker. He came right into where we had the doe estrus, and he came right to the grunt call. I'm gonna give him a little bit. I think I heard him crash down there over that hill. We're gonna give him a little bit and then go get him. There. 15 yards. Complete pass through. Looks like good blood. Tight high, but I got down through and back long for sure. Good fight. You can see where it scraped the bank. Blood on both sides of the trail. I'm hoping he's looking at that. Yep, there he is. Woo! Yes! We've had just an awesome, 6-7 days here in Iowa, and we have seen some true monsters that Iowa's known for. But you know, a trophy's in the eye of the beholder. And where I come from, where I live in the eastern part of the United States, this buck here goes on the wall. He's a nice 8-point, good-sized bodied deer. And
the hunt was just amazing this morning. We saw a good buck early, and just didn't work out with him. And then this buck came up the same trail that the big buck came up at dark, and he actually slipped down to our right-hand side, down in this little hole. And I grunted at him 2 times, and then I doe grunted at him once, and it turned him, and he came right by the stand, gave us a quartering away shot, and I couldn't resist. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with a deer like this.
Noted whitetail authority Stan Potts is a recent addition to the HS Pro staff. Stan has the chance to hunt with chief videographer Pat Reeve. Together, they are hopeful that the area of western Illinois Stan has chosen will produce a big buck. But before venturing into the woods, Stan is determined to do whatever is necessary to fool a buck's nose.
We're in western Illinois in Adams County. It's the first evening of the hunt. We're in a bottleneck area, big rubs and scrapes coming in here. We come in here this morning and saw 3 bucks, smaller bucks, and some does. It's really happening November the 15th. Feeling really good about this place. Real dry year, not much water. There's a water hole right over here by the creek. It looks like a bunch of hogs wallowing in there from the deer side. Hopefully we'll do some good. There's been some tremendous deer seen in this area. Buck. That might be a shooter. Absolute place. I didn't expect him to be as up by the truck. Oh well. He liked that, didn't he? He might come around and come down this clear cut. Come on in here. That's a nice deer. 130 or better, 8-point. Nice and wide, probably 20 inches. I'm not going to bother him anymore. He might turn and come back when he checks those does. He's a nice deer. Trouble is, we got a buck decoy right here in front of us. And we got a live doe and 2 fawns right over there. I grunted at him, doe called at him, tickled the rattling bag a little bit, but he wasn't having no part of it. He went on around. I'm hoping that maybe he checks him out, plays around with him a little bit, turns and comes back, remembers this. I don't think that doe's in the he'll mess around and come back. Hopefully, a little bit later, he knows where we're at here. He saw the decoy. So, just stay tuned. Maybe we'll pick him up again. It's noon. We came out from this morning to get a bite to eat. We pulled in here to look at another spot we're going to hunt tomorrow. Spotted, I told Pat, I said, hey, there's a place right up here along the ditch where I've seen a lot of deer bed. We just drove by there. There is an absolute giant bedded down. We drove within 10 yards of him, drove right by him, and he's laying in these weeds. We've got everything ready. We're going to slip back in here and try to do a stalk on him and an over-the-shoulder thing.
Darn it. What a beautiful deer. Oh well. Hey, you got everyone you went after, it wouldn't be as much fun. Man, look at that buck. What a beautiful buck. I thought maybe I could get in on him with that traffic going, but just didn't work that way. Look at him. What a great time that was. What a heart rush that was. Whoo-wee. I've stalked quite a few deer and been successful a few times, but unsuccessful many, many more times than I've been successful. But every time you see a buck like that, you're crazy if you don't go after him. What a fun thing to do. Stalking with a bow. Whew. Hey, just ask Bob Polkride. Remember last year? Whew, what a great stalk that was. He stalked within 20 yards of one just like this in the brush. Made the shot. Oh well, hey, let's go get in the stand. Maybe we'll get one this afternoon. Whew. I knew there were some big ones in western Illinois, but I didn't know they was that big. That one's the wrong color. Boy, that decoy was in trouble almost. Buck right there coming, buck. Bap, bap. Bap. Bap, bap. Can you beat that? Dang it. Bap. 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 I can't believe that. That buck came right in on us, stopped right here, but he was quartering to it. I didn't have a shot. As he started right here, I couldn't stop him, and I wasn't going to shoot him walking. I don't like to take a walking shot. That's a bad deal. You can get a bad hit that way. He went all the way around. If I grunted once, I grunted 10 times all the way around. Every time he would stop, he was either looking, facing me, quartering to, or behind something. There was just absolutely no shot there. He just wasn't paying attention to any of the noises around him. He blew up, his ears laid back, you know. That is a blast. You don't have to shoot a deer to have a great time out here. That was awesome.
Anytime an HS Pro staffer draws a tag to hunt the cornfields of Iowa, he jumps at the chance. But even though Iowa is home to many big bucks, the art of scouting is as important here as anywhere. This past season, Iowa was unusually warm like most of the Midwest. With November temperatures resembling those of July, Eddie decides that utilizing a well-constructed scent corridor might be his best bet to lure a buck into the open.
That's a good buck. I'm gonna let that turn go outside the tree. It was so thick in there, I couldn't get a good shot. That caliber deer, I didn't really want to take a bad shot on him. He was about 25 steps. It's hard to outguess these deer, but we're gonna stay after them. We're gonna get one that act right here for long, hopefully. We've been on some deer. There's a bunch of deer. Can't beat this Iowa deer hunting. An old boy from Alabama. You think you died and gone to deer hell is coming up here. Well, I tell you, you can't be too careful when you're going to a tree stand. You want to make sure you really spray your boots good down, because you're walking down trails and them deer may come along them same trails too. I ought to do it. Seems like it's a little cooler this morning than what it's been being. Maybe it'll stay cooler a little longer. Better check my light out and see. Oh, that thing's pretty dim. I might better put some fresh batteries in that bad boy. Oh, I'm glad I needed to change batteries. There's my wind indicator too. Tell you, the wind's been blowing good. Want to make sure I keep check on it. Maybe walk to my stand a little bit different way. That's a lot brighter. I'm good to go. We got some deer to the left over here, like a couple does. We had deer walking all under our stand earlier this morning. So it looks good. Looks like we're gonna have some movement. Got a buck across the creek. I can't tell how big he is yet. He's not no real big buck, but that's a good sign, right? That doe's running all over the place. She's got a little buck behind her, a little buck, small buck. Look, he's breeding that doe. Unbelievable. It's a good buck. It's a good buck. I gotta sit down and gather my thoughts here a minute. Unbelievable. You don't have much time to think when it comes in like that. The deer, I got on his shoulder and I pulled, but he stepped forward. I'm gonna give him a couple of hours. Then I'm gonna get down and check my arrow, and then I'm gonna decide. I may give him a few more hours after that. Unbelievable. Oh, what a morning. Thank you, good Lord. Well, it's been a couple of hours. I'm gonna go look at my arrow, see what it looks like, and then if it looks good, I might go and look for him. If not, I might give him a couple more hours. All right, things are looking up. From the looks of that arrow, I believe it got some vitals somewhere. All right. Got some sign here. I got a little bit more right there. Picked up a little bit more right there. There he is. Oh! All right. Oh! Thank you, good Lord. Oh! I can't believe this hunt. We had so much action this morning. Bucks, mountain does. My heart about it, I can't hardly take anymore. You know, I was real worried about my shot, and I'm looking back right now, and I actually see my stance. He wasn't 90 yards from where I shot him at. Now comes the best part. I got to break out this tag and put on it. Ooh.
Not every hunt captured by the HS cameras turns out to be successful, but just about every hunt has one memorable moment.
I blew it. I completely missed that deer. I was like 2 feet in front of him. That's the way it goes. You don't always have to take a deer to be successful. Just having something like that happens.
Shot hungry. I aim low. He lowered into it. I just aimed too low, I think.
Middle one. No, the back one. No, the middle one. We waited 4 days for that. They weren't supposed to come across that fast.
We're gonna have to get down. I can't hunt like this. I can't shoot. I still think something spooked those deer, other than the wind.
I just think the wind. You see, all of a sudden they just got skittish.
What? Skittish? Pat, it's the difference between skittish and damn scared. Head for the hill! Head for the river! First one, last one across the rotten egg! Stop! No, keep going! Guys in that tree. I like your last desperate. Right.
Every hunter has seen strange things in the woods. Things can get really strange when it's the first Wednesday of the month and you're hunting within a couple miles of a nuclear power plant.
Maybe that guy's got a big grunt call in the rattling bag. He can call in a deer for me because he can reach out and touch him. As you can tell, doesn't really bother the deer. We got a doe and a fawn standing over here. They're a little bit concerned, but they're just meandering through the woods. It's not really affecting their, I guess they're used to hearing it once a month. I can't believe he attacked a decoy. Oh, what a show.
I made a push here in Iowa for a late season muzzleloader. We didn't get anything out of the push, no deer. We come back to the pickup and we trapped a cow. This guy's head caught between the tire and the fender. I've never seen anything like it. Doesn't this happen to everybody? What's the big deal? I don't understand. We come back, we got a cow with her head stuck in between the tire and the fender.
And we're happy to report that after a little salve and a couple nights in the barn, the cow was fine. Everyone on the HS Pro staff has become good friends with camouflage designer and accomplished whitetail hunter Bill Jordan. On a recent whitetail hunt in western Kansas, Bill was hunting with Larry Conrad of United States Outfitters. Bill had spent an entire morning in his stand, but on the way out, he spotted a beautiful buck.
He's right on this lip right here. He never saw me. Let me give you these binoculars. I'm just gonna try to slip right around and get up above him and see if we can get close to him. Right below us, right through that tree in the dark shadows. There he goes. Gotta go up. We gotta go up and get on top. Ease back. Right below us. Right below. 25. Yoni. Yeah. Bit. Bit. Right. that deer, buddy. Stay on him. Oh man. Oh man, what a hunt. Look at the size of that deer. Look at the size of that deer. Oh goodness, folks. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You get him? Right.
Oh, folks, you can't believe this. Folks, it is unbelievable. I'm so excited. It's one of the best whitetail hunts I've ever been on. We have been watching this deer for over 2 hours. We're in Kansas, got rolling hills. We've been stalking him, been glassing him the whole time. We saw him drop down this canyon. We made a big circle, a big loop coming around. I got up above this canyon, looked down and saw him. We made a big loop, got the wind in our favor, got him right below us right here. Made a great shot, which I am so proud of. And looking right here, I looked like it either a big 10 or a 12 point. But I want you to look at the size of this deer. Look down here. That is a great deer. Woo! Give me 5, buddy. Give me 5.
Great job.
My boy Larry right here, we've been stalking this thing, what, for 2 hours?
Quite a while.
And we've been spotting scope. We first saw him, I guess, maybe a mile off almost in the rolling plains, and we've been working him, and it's right at 12 noon right now.
That's right.
12 noon. And we made a big circle, had to cross the fence. This draw was right here, and I spotted him underneath this lip. We made a little circle loop in here, and he's standing right there, and that's the results right there.
It's a great job.
I tell you, fantastic. Let's go ahead and take a look at him.
All right.
I tell you what, appreciate it, buddy.
You bet.
I tell you, that's what hunting's all about. That's one of my most exciting hunts ever.
Whitetail.
Let's go down and take a look at him. Larry, take a look at this good-looking buck. Isn't that a nice deer? Lay that bow down and pick up this beautiful rack right there. Isn't that a great deer?
That is a nice buck.
You know, this is actually, it might qualify as a main frame 5. He's got 11th point trying to come out right there, and a match one on there, which would have made him a 6x. But, you know, I didn't notice this. He's got a broken brow right there.
Yeah, a lot of these deer are busted up right now. Got a lot of big deer moving around fighting. It's not unusual.
Well, you know, folks, I got to just tell you what happened. We hunted this morning, saw a lot of good deer. We got off the stand and actually spotted this big deer from the road. Made a successful stalk on him. You know, here in Kansas, you got rolling plains, and I actually caught him in a canyon 2 over and started to make a stalk on him, and he comes out of that canyon, comes into this one, and just got in here real quiet and just made a good shot on him. I'm really proud of that.
Shot.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, thanks a lot, Larry. Always fun, buddy.
Appreciate it, Bill.
What a great buck.
That's a good deer.
I'm pumped up. It's the first week in Iowa. Okay. And I can't wait to see that buck. Southeast Iowa.
The lodge is dedicated 10,000 acres to quality deer management, and we're going to try that one again.
And I've already got several stands located, placed. Take 5.
It's 7.
Don't be telling on me.
Well, we got a Ford and a Chevy coming in on us now, driving across the CRP.
Boy, I'm pumped.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
Look at the size of that buck rub, would you? Out here scouting south central Iowa, what a buck rub.
The deer feel real firm. God almighty. And that one's going good. I'm sorry.
It's going really good.
If things go right, we'll be good there. Good again.
Greg Miller tip of the week. When you have a heavy wind, pull your hat down over your eyebrows, and your eyebrows keep your hat on. I'm Greg Miller, and that's your bow hunting in the wind tip of the week.